Today, we are going to be making a cocktail that you can't refuse.
Actually, we're going to be making you 2 cocktails you cannot refuse.
Is this necessary?
Welcome to Boozy Movies, where making cocktails and watching movies is what we do.
So this week, we have 2 cocktails for The Godfather.
In The Godfather, a loving family business built on extortion, murder, and bribery teaches us the true meaning of loyalty and tradition. Watch as Michael Corleone reluctantly transforms from war hero to mob boss, proving that the family that slays together stays together.
The Godfather is on all sorts of all-time best lists and boasts many iconic characters and a lot of really great lines.
It's perfect for us.
It has been a very influential film and even influenced us to make a couple of cocktails.
Good.
First one is Sleeps with the Fishes.
The second one is the Consigliere.
Consigliere, either way, it's gonna be a great cocktail.
A little dangerous.
So first, we are gonna start off with Sleeps with the Fishes. Watch out, Luca Brasi. For the ingredients, we'll be using Mezcal, Amaro Montenegro, lemon juice, ginger syrup, Aquafaba, Saline, and red wine.
In a mixing tin, add 3/4 of an ounce of Mezcal, 3/4 of an ounce of Amaro Montenegro, 1/4 of an ounce lemon juice, 1/2 an ounce of ginger syrup, 1 ounce of Aquafaba, and a dropper of Saline. Add ice, a spring, and more ice. Cover and shake for 30 seconds. Double strain to a chilled coupe. And float 1 ounce of red wine on top.
And here we have Sleeps with the Fishes. Why don't you go ahead and do the honors, my dear.
Drink it.
Really love the color of this cocktail. Comes from one of the most iconic lines and scenes in this film. They bring in I guess his bulletproof vest with a fish in it. And they're like, what is this supposed to mean?
It means Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes.
A few things that we wanted to capture here is, of course, we wanted to use a Coppola wine.
Make that first thing on your list, understand?
We would like you to pick a, more berry, delicate red wine.
Fruitier.
We chose Pinot Noir for this particular one. You don't want necessarily deep flavors because we want to bring out the notes of like the ginger and the Amaro Montenegro, which is the Italian portion of this drink. I love Amaros. All Amaros are actually Italian.
Are you sure about that?
Anything from anywhere else, it's like a liqueur, a schnapps.
It's like champagne.
A cloister bitter or whatever, you know.
That's right.
It's really cool to do some sort of a drink that not only represents, I guess, a character, but kind of a scene and a line in the movie.
What do you think?
So I wonder, is this our first line that we've done in a movie?
I must say no to you.
Since you guys have probably watched all of our episodes, maybe you can comment below and let us know.
No chance.
I think it's time to probably move on to cocktail number 2, but before we do that,
Yes, if you have watched our videos and have yet to subscribe, we would really appreciate it if you would.
on to our second cocktail,
Mr. Legal Beagle,
I'm German-Irish.
we're gonna make a drink for him.
Tom Hagen. Here we come, buddy.
You're gonna want to pick up a bottle of Scotch, Amaro Montenegro, Italicus, Agave, and a lemon peel.
In a mixing glass, combine 2.5 ounces of Scotch, 1 ounce of Amaro Montenegro, 3/4 of an ounce of Itallicus, and 1/4 ounce of Agave. We're gonna add ice and stir for 2 minutes. Strain into a highball with a sphere. Express a lemon peel over top, twist onto a spear, and plunge into the cocktail. And here we have the Consigliere.
Yes, take a drink.
Salud.
Brian wanted a drink that really encapsulates the business end of the Corleone family,
It's strictly business.
which most of that business happens within the Don's office, and most of that business happens via the Consigliere.
You know how naive you sound.
I kind of wanted that dark, woodsy, leathery. You just get that kind of feel of just the bookcases and the chairs and the couches and everything.
What's the matter with you?
Flavors that we've got going on are some leather, sort of the peatiness, of course, from the Scotch.
Anyway, I'm thinking more.
We've got bergamot and just a little bit of light citrus notes from the Italicus, which is made from the bergamot fruit, which is a citrus, not the bergamot flower, which is an Earl Grey tea.
My compliments.
I'm getting a lot of sort of cedar
Yes.
flavor.
It's an important space in the film. A lot of important scenes happen there. That's how we're first introduced to the Godfather, where Michael comes up with the plan to get revenge on Sollozzo. And then it's where Tom tells Vito about Sonny passing. And Tom is actually having a cocktail. It does, from my memory, I believe it is sort of a brown cocktail and rather clear. So I'm sure he's drinking something strong and probably something straight.
Maybe Scotch.
Maybe Scotch. He's German-Irish.
Okay.
So
Could be Scotch, for sure.
Yeah. But, and we wanted to call this the Consigliere because that is such an important role within the family.
Like a counselor, an advisor.
Like, it spoke to me that he's like clean. cut. And very,
Look at that.
yeah,
Very clean.
it is. It's very clean, really delicious, especially for how boozy it is.
Yeah.
You can act like a man!
It's a super easy drink in spite of how much alcohol is in
It's pretty wild, yeah.
there. So sip on that one for at least half the movie.
Maybe start with this one and then, go for this one.
That's right.
Or vice versa.
I'm not that clever.
I mean, why don't you tell us about what you think about Francis Ford Coppola and this movie?
This is considered one of the greatest films of all time, certainly one of the greatest films in American cinema. It just had such a lasting impact. Now, personally, I actually like The Godfather Part 2 better. I know a lot of other people do as well. But it's amazing that he almost got fired from this movie multiple times. Al Pacino, the studio didn't even want to hire Al Pacino for this role. And he almost got fired from playing Michael Corleone. I can only imagine what that would have done to American cinema if those events would have happened. I mean, think about all the roles Al Pacino's in that he just wouldn't have gotten.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of actors, they get a couple of key roles here, and that's what leads to other roles. That's what leads to other projects. Like Apocalypse Now may have been something that Francis Ford Coppola ended up doing, but it probably would have looked very different. Probably wouldn't have had the budget. It kind of helps when you have a couple of gold statues and people want to invest millions and millions of dollars. Plus, he made so much money that he was able to put his own money into Apocalypse Now.
Speaking of Al Pacino, there's like 13 Triple Crown winners or whatever. So it's basically you win the Oscar, the Oscar, the Tony, and the Emmy. Al Pacino is one of like 5 men or 4 men on that list. And this film was very influential in allowing him to achieve that award.
Absolutely. He probably wouldn't have gotten Son of a Woman, and that is one of his best roles. And maybe we should do some cocktails for that movie one day.
Yeah.
Maybe let us know, should we do cocktails for The Godfather Part 2? Most of you probably don't want us to do cocktails for The Godfather Part 3, but who knows? Way down the road, that could happen.
Yes.
I think it is time to raise our glasses, my dear. I think it's time to cheers. We hope that you guys have enjoyed these cocktails and enjoy The Godfather. Give us a like and subscribe. We'll see you next week.
Actually, we're gonna make you 2 cocktails you cannot refuse.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I don't even know what that was.
Who's me pretending to be Marlon Brando?
Yeah, well,
I need the mouth prosthetic.
I don't know if that'll do it either.